Hey guys, it's only Fries back in another video review. This time we're taking a look, sorry, at the second Bioformer that's part of the Quarantine Quartet. Because I just built these guys in my quarantine, which I'm still in. I hate it so much. I want to leave. But yeah, here we actually have DoubleDealer version 2. Now if you're new to my channel, which I honestly don't even know anymore, I had a Bioformer called DoubleDealer, not like the G1 DoubleDealer, but my own version, where basically the entire bottom section right here is just another transformer on top of another transformer. It's kind of like a Diocom, but like they can be separate if they want. They're basically just two separate characters, but kind of like a shared mind a little bit. But yeah, I went back to that review because I saw this part again. I kind of wanted to remake him. But he was awful, or at least I thought he was awful. The color scheme was actually a little bit different than this. There was some translucent green, like yellowish green bits in there. I actually had the back legs. I actually had like bright red versions of this bone piece. I don't know why, and also the neck piece for basically the Zesk head. It was bright yellow, so clearly I was just looking for parts just to complete the guy and not really caring. But now I do care, so I changed up his color scheme a bit. I gave him a bit more gold, especially on the back where it's basically just all gold. But more, it's just a much subtler color scheme. It's the tan, it's the gold, and then of course some black bits for the bone and all that. The only part of red actually is, you can see his claws right here. Not like claws, but there's giant like hands, like they're stabby hands. I think they're like energon knives almostly. Kind of got the idea from Fall of Cybertron Bumblebee, where he has like the about blades. But oh well. The feet are a bit different. The front feet are basically the same as the original, especially with this piece in the very front. But the middle one and the back one are almost completely different. The middle one actually had like the separate like shell piece that went on. So when this guy detached, those shell pieces actually became the other legs. But those were really fiddly. Those actually didn't stand up at all. So I just tried to get rid of them. Back legs, completely different. They're actually not going to become the second dude's other legs. So it's actually going to become the claws. The claws are actually going to become his legs. So I just completely redesigned it. Have these, the shells do kind of point out a little bit forward, but it's, I think just the way it transforms, it's better that way. I also switched up the tail. Okay, basically everything I switched up here, but the tail is also a much more, I would say useful tail. Not really useful, but just have more action features. Which, if I can actually find it, hopefully. Forgot something in my big bin, and it seemed to lost it. But I had a thorax, like the thorax things right there, which even makes him more like the guys in 2009. This is Zesk. This is the Zesk head, but I forgot like the larger dude. That's part of the tribe. Oh well. But yeah, a lot more gold here. There used to be a giant tan shell piece, but I just thought it was actually one of these pieces. But I thought it just looked clunky, so I just changed it up. Just every other skeleton has a shell. I think it looks well. A lot more design inside the tail. Has actually a little chain here. But yeah, top half did different. I actually have these hands, which will come later into the transformation, and also the original like off Matorn and Agori like simple arm build, like arm piece. So yeah, that's pretty much it for like the combined Scorpion mode. Really nothing to it. Posability, that's a little rough. You kind of need all legs on the ground so you can actually, stand up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get into the very, very simple transformation. Basically, the entire transformation is basically just splitting the two in half, which is done by the connector piece from 2008, or I think it was introduced in 2008. Probably not, but no, I don't think it was. But it was used heavily in 2008 for combination of the Automaton and Toa. But yeah, you just take that, split it, and just I'm gonna first start to do the lower dude. You can already tell the head's actually different. I hate this, but my older Bioformers, if it was like using color scheme of tan, you can almost guarantee that I was gonna use the General Grievous head from the buildable figures, and it was the only tan head I really had other than the Zesk. So I just kind of used it, and I don't know why. It was big, it was bulky, it was General Grievous. Like, I tried to make it into a different character, it didn't really work well. So yeah, it's pretty much the dude. Just gotta flip around the head. That's basically him. I do actually have a little, I did actually make a weapon for him. It's just a simple spear weapon. Just place in his hand. Got the bottom pit of the spear. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy. Now, the rest of the Scorpion, which now looking at him from the bottom, it's hilarious because he looks so just skinny and scrawny now. But yeah. Okay, now to change him up, what you want to do first, or at least what I like to do first, is just take the head and turn it on one side just to get one arm out like that. Readjust the head, take the arms, fold them downward like that. Next, what I like to do is take the legs, kind of, not like that, okay. But basically put them all the way up, like so. It's kind of good. It looks a bit more spider-ish, but I just want at least some form of transformation. Now the back legs actually probably have the most transformation feature out of all of them. So you actually rotate the entire, the legs around, put them right there. Sadly, they don't plug in, but they really couldn't anyways. And then rotate the rest of the leg downward and just adjust the leg to your liking. I just like to put them backwards again. Now what I like to do now, take the tail, kind of put it like that so it's not as large. And here we have DoubleDealer in his split mode. Now I like that. The whole point was to actually like make just a very like large, kind of a little bit unassuming like giant transformer scorpion guy, and just like make him like split off into like two different troops. So yeah, both really basic. There's actually really nothing other than CSPS really going here, no Technic or anything. I would say actually probably the biggest difference between the two, because like they're all pretty simple, and I did change the design, but this guy, the original DoubleDealer, he actually had the tail. So like he actually had the tail, I think, attached to just this piece right here, and this guy just became, I don't even know what. He didn't even really look like a scorpion afterwards, so I just decided to make basically just one scorpion half and then just one very basic foot soldier half. So kept him the tail, gave the guy a spear. It's a custom made head other than the stupid General Grievous head. He's got like these big, like wide. I like to pretend like they're just like giant armor pieces just spread out across his face, and like it doesn't work well because like you basically have the entire eye just like right here. Just bah, you're dead. But oh well. I mean, articulation for the guy, very basic. I mean, he's a very basic figure, as you can see. The back is actually a bit more covered now. I do have like the pieces that are same as on his head. It covers up the back a lot more. I do like that. Articulation wise, 3 in the arms, 2 in the head just because of the extension, and 3 in the legs. So yeah, very basic. Now, Scorpion Dude is a bit more interesting. I always like to think of him as like the conniving pet. Like you can, I like to think of him as like Igor. Like he talks like Igor in this mode. He has like the hands that are like very like timid looking, or like in like this pose like yes master. The way I'm sorry. Okay, back to the figure. Now the way that this kind of covers up, or at least the best attempt to cover up this big gappy bit. I tried. I mean, there's really no, like, if you're trying to do a combining thing and it comes out the bottom, it's gonna be hollow, or hollow-ish. Yeah. Articulation, again, not really there, like in the combined Scorpion mode, because you basically, I guess you, ooh. Okay, yeah, that's one problem. Back legs, very, just because of how many joints are in here, it's kind of difficult to actually keep them standing a little bit. Keeps on wanting to split. So that's why you kind of need, basically you can like move one the claws up from the ground, but that's pretty much it for all the legs articulation. Basically the same as in the tail, same articulation of the tail, same articulation really everywhere except for the arms. Basically just 2 for the arms now because of the joints. But yeah, that's pretty much DoubleDealer 2.0. Next review probably coming Saturday. So yeah, I am Zillion Frogs, asking you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.